So, pretty much, this is happened about a couple of days ago in Project Miami. Fact of the matter is, I was walking through South Beach, and I met this blonde at a pizza shop, HB9, pretty hot girl, and we got to talking and stuff. What I did was, is I actually opened her with, what type of pizza are you gonna get? You know, again, I like environmental type openers. Scenario. I like to play on that. I try to use as little canned material as I can. And she's like, "Oh, I'm just getting cheese." And I was like, "Plain, aren't you? Where's the excitement in that?" And she was like, "Well, I'm an exciting person, but I like cheese pizza." So I was like, "Oh, good. Listen, I'm throwing a party in my house in the next day. I want you to come." And she's like, "But I don't even know you." I was like, "You know what? You're right. Hold on a second. Let me grab my slice of pizza. Let's sit down and eat some pizza." Sort of like an Insta date. So I grabbed a slice of pizza, and I got an everything, since I needed to be more exciting than her, of course. Besides, I like everything. And we sat down, we had ate pizza, we talked for a while. She ended up being a nurse or in nursing school or something like that. And I told her, "Listen, I'm going to have a little party. You're going to come, and that's the bottom line." As we were talking in the middle of the conversation, I got her number, and she got mine. We actually exchanged numbers. When I asked for the number, I hadn't built enough comfort. So she was like, "Well, how about you give me your number?" So I was like, "I tell you what, you give me your number, and I'll call you, and then you'll have my number. But don't call too late, because I'll be stripping in the evenings." And, she kind of laughed. It was kind of a little cocky funny there. And we ended up just talking about mundane stuff and just a regular conversation. And pretty much what happened was the next day I called her. I said, "I'm going to have a party. You're coming." She said, "I have a friend with me, and how many people are going to be there?" I was like, "Well, I'm not sure." I called a whole bunch of people. We'll see who comes. And as it progressed throughout the night, basically, she showed up with her friend. No one came. Well, no one came because I didn't call anyone. You see, it's beginning to be more of a routine when I throw parties. It's a routine of me throwing a party, and when nobody shows up because I didn't call anyone, it's basically like, "Oh my god, I don't know what happened. Everyone said they were coming, and I guess people like, I know Frankie, he said that his car broke down, and Mildred said that, her mom was sick, and I forgot what's her name, but she like ran over a dog, and she's feeling all bad, so she's not going out." Basically, everyone had all these scenarios. Sometimes I actually get stuck on the name, but I said, "Oh, it's a friend of a friend," so I don't really know who she is, but she said she was coming. Anyway, so she was kind of hungry, and her friend was hungry, so I warmed them up some food, and they ate. I opened the bar up, got some drinks, some beer, and we drank and stuff. I did one of my normal routines, which is show them around Project Miami, and it's basically like show them every nook and cranny, open, every door to Mystery's room, Love Drop's room, Matador's room, and just show them, hey, this is, whose ever room, and show them around the house. It's like a cat. You want to bring them around and show them every little nook and cranny so they feel comfortable in their environment. And, the living room, the office, the pool, the extra kitchen we have downstairs. And at the end of it all, of course, we end up in my room. So when I walked them into my room, they were like, "Wow, I have a really cool carpet on the ground. The projector was on the wall, which takes up my entire wall. And there was some music playing, really good playlist with a variety of different music, from rap to country to rock to every type of music, really. You never know what the girl likes, so it's good to have a really nice playlist that she'll feel comfortable and kind of vibe." And basically, they sat down and just chilled. We talked, and I was like, hey, what type of music you guys like? And they told me the genre, and I have a playlist for each specific genre, like rap, rock, pop, classic rock, classical, trance, techno, house. So I have all these different genres, and when they tell me what they like, then I load up a list that they will specifically like, or a list that will get them in a certain mood. I was like, "Do you guys like candles?" And they were like, "Yeah, of course." I had just bought these little like candle type fountains. They're like fake candles, which they like flow over into another candle. It's like a big candle and a small candle, and the water circulates, and it actually looks like it's flickering with light, so it looks like a candle. So I showed them that little cool piece, and I lit up. I have like four of them, and I lit them up around the room, and then I lit up a whole bunch of real candles, and turned off the lights. Now the whole room was illuminated by candlelight and the projector on the wall, which gave it a really nice vibe. And I was like, I just learned about this thing called a dual induction massage. Have you guys ever had it? And they were like, no, what's that? And I was like, all right, tell you what, we'll do you first. Both of us are going to give you a massage once you lay down. And as she laid down, I took off her shirt. I lifted it up, and like I was like, okay, put your arms up. And she's like, I need to take off my shirt. I was like, yeah, of course. And I kind of kept pushing. So she lifted her hands, and I took off her shirt and undid her bra. And she kind of looked at me strange, and her friend looked at me strange, and I was like, it's all good. It's we need to get the baby oil on, you know. And they started laughing. So I grabbed the baby oil, I put it on her, and I was instructing her friend on how to do it. I was like, look, we're just gonna give them a massage, and what you do is you let your hands go over mine, so it never feels like the hands actually come off the body, okay? And she was like, yeah. So we did that, and the one that liked me was the one that was getting uh, the massage first, because I figured her friend actually needs to get comfortable, so I can take her shirt as well. Anyway, as she did that, like we kept on giving her a massage, and then her friend had to go to the bathroom, so she left, went to the bathroom, and I started blowing hot air on my target's back, and I kind of went up to her neck, blew hot air on her neck, and I actually did my kiss close on her. I was like, "Do you like kissing or biting better?" And she was like, "Well, I don't know. I guess kissing." And I was like, "Oh, that's good." I was like, "Check this out," and I pulled her hair back, and I bit her softly on her neck and blew some hot air, and then I kissed her on the neck, and I was like, which one was better? And she was like, ooh, I like both of them. I was like, that's a good answer. And I just went in for the kiss. And this is, as soon as I did that, her friend came back into the room. So at this point, she has a shirt off, she's kind of turned into me, and I'm making out with her. And her friend came in and was kind of like, oh my God, I didn't see anything, kind of turned away. And I was like, it's all good, come on, come on. And I did her bra, and I was like, come on, stand up. And she stood up, and I was like, you, come here, lay down in bed. And we took off her shirt and undid her shirt, and basically did the same thing for her. And while we were up giving the massage, I started making out with my target as we were giving the massage, and kind of slowly dropped in to the one that was laying down. And from there, it pretty much escalated. I didn't even realize on how easy it is to do something like that. But once we got to the ground and actually laid down, and now we're all kind of, well, except for me, but both of them are with their shirts off. One has no bra on, one does have the bra on. And they were also kind of tipsy. And I was like, I tried to bring it down in such a way that her friend will make out with us as well, but that didn't happen. Her friend kind of like was like, oh my God, and like lifted up. So I had a whole bunch of quick buying temperature that I ran, and I was like, no, this is going to be really great. Have you ever had a three-way makeout? And they were like, no. And I have a Kama Sutra book right next to my bed. So I lifted the Kama Sutra book, and I was like, check this out. And it actually has like different, kisses and stuff like that. And it has a little passage that I highlighted about kissing. And it makes it like a very sensual but not a big deal type of thing in the Kama Sutra. So they kind of like bought into it, and all three of us started making out, and it pretty much escalated from there. And once we were all kind of undressed, my roommate started knocking on the door, and I'm like, "Go away," and he still knocked. So I was like, "All right, come in." And then I like laid over them both so they kind of wouldn't be naked. Um, they were kind of in their bras, and he came in, and I was like, "Yeah, bro, I'm kind of busy right now," and he was like, "Well, I just have to ask you a quick question." He like persisted in asking me this question in the middle of this set that I was trying to work, and I think it actually helped in all honesty because it made it like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. And after he left, we just jumped right back into it. Anyway, the point is style or mystery with the dual induction massage. It really does work. It really works good. You might have to overcome some obstacles. So I would try to make the the threesome of it all, the sexual energy, not that big of a deal, and just as fun and easy and like you're playing a sport, you know. Just do it like very relaxed, and I'm sure you'll get results. If you already got them in that position on your bed and they're half naked, you're halfway home. So next time, just run it all the way.